What if I told you that a simple 15-minute habit every day could change your life completely? Let me show you what it is. Every night before I go to sleep, I write at least one page in my journal. It's about whatever I want, and I can use whatever method I need to convey my thoughts. If I need to, I can draw pictures, I can make a graph, or I could just write about my thoughts. Over the years of doing this, I have amassed quite the collection of journals, as you can see. And if you keep up with this habit every day, you too will probably collect just as big of a collection as I have. And my collection is still growing, and it probably always will be as long as I'm alive. Now, I know what you may be thinking. How can writing and journaling change my life forever? Well, let me tell you exactly how. The first point I want to start with is that it is just a great way to close out your day. No matter how your day was, if it was good or bad, you can always go to your journal and write about it. It allows me to process the day in whatever organizational method I need to. There was a point in time when I would track 100 days, and I would use a green marker to indicate good days, blue markers to indicate in-between days, and red markers to indicate bad days. This would just tell me how many good days in a row I've had, and it also just showed me that most days are good days. Of course, you can use whatever strategy you'd like to measure your mood, but this is just something that worked for me. And that's really the beauty behind journaling. It's up to you entirely to decide what you want to write about and how you want to write. Nobody's there to limit you or to grade you or anything. And this creative freedom allows you to see how you change as a person over time. You can also collect little souvenirs. I like to keep clock out tickets from the place that I'm working at the time, and sometimes I will keep movie tickets or notes that friends have left me. The way I actually organize myself when I'm writing is I'll start by recapping the day, exactly what I did, and then I'll get into what I was thinking. For me personally, this works really well because it allows me to look back on a specific date and I can immediately remember exactly what I was doing on that day. And I can see where my mental state was and where my mood was, because anything that I'm talking about past the daily recap shows kind of where my mind was at. A journal is an incredible tool for reflecting on who you are at a specific time. If you have trouble tracking progress in life, I highly recommend picking up a journal. Personally, I like to go with a 400-page Moleskine. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a Moleskine journal. You can find them at Target or you can get them from Amazon. I like to get the ones with 400 pages because this gives me at least one page per day. And if I ever have a day where I need to go on for a little more than one page, this gives me the ability to do that without worrying about running out of pages. So now to actually talk about the changing your life aspect. Journaling takes about 15 minutes for me to do if I'm writing one page a day. But all of the changes that happen in your life are entirely under your control. Journaling itself won't change your life, but being able to reflect on who you are, that will. And being able to reflect on who you are can lead you towards the path of being who you want to be. Sometimes in my life, there would be periods when I would be stuck in a rut. I would have a negative thought loop and I just couldn't break that habit. And my journal entries reflected that. They were all pretty negative and just nasty to read, and I didn't enjoy reading them. I still don't enjoy looking back and reading some of my entries. The minute I started reshaping my thoughts to be more positive, then the changes started coming. And that's the point that I really want to drive home. Journaling itself won't change your life. The ability to change your life comes from within you. Your thoughts dictate your mindset, and journaling can allow you to see exactly what you're thinking about. And that gives you the ability to become more aware of where your thoughts are, and you can redirect the way you're thinking to a more positive mindset. So I'm going to end the video by saying you should definitely pick up journaling if you're interested. I highly recommend that everyone at least tries it for some amount of time. I understand this might not be everyone's thing, but maybe just give it a shot if you're interested. Because for me, I started about I think 4 or 5 years ago, and I just haven't looked back since. It's probably been the most enjoyable hobby or routine that I've picked up in my entire life. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if I missed anything out or you'd like to add anything, please leave a comment, or if you'd just like to say hi, also leave a comment. And subscribe. I will see you guys again soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.